Hey friends, Dave here with Transfer Express, and today we are diving into the whole process for printing custom apparel and breaking it down step by step from taking the order to delivery. Now we're going to talk about quoting, designing, and proofing all the way through printing and profiting. So whether you are new to apparel decorating, looking to take your hobby full time, or maybe just looking to make your process a little bit more efficient, this is the video for you. So are you ready? Let's get right to it. Now, before we jump into our example here today for the entire breakdown of the life cycle of an apparel order, I do want to say what we're going to show here today is the most common process that I've seen for custom apparel decorators of any size, regardless of the printing method. Now, a lot of this is taken from my experience printing apparel myself, as well as the 10+ years working for 3 different commercial print shops. You'll want to set out clear expectations of the process and get payment up front. That way you're not on the hook for the cost of the t-shirts and the work of printing. It's a lean business model that's great, not just for small businesses and entrepreneurs, but even big shops only have a select few customers that they will trust to bill later. I will say, kind of embarrassing to admit, but I've had even some of my closest friends not pay or have customers decide that they just don't want these t-shirts anymore when they're already printed and I was on the way to deliver them. Yeah, not cool. So get paid up front. Your time is valuable and the money you have in the bank is valuable too. Don't put it on the line for a customer. Now, the way an apparel order typically starts is someone is looking for a quote. Hey, how much would 45 t-shirts cost for a mini golf event I have coming up? As with many orders for many small businesses, custom orders can come casually through family or friends or businesses in your local community, and typically start with well, how much would X amount of t-shirts cost? And while many of your customers are looking for that cost right away, we all know it's really hard to throw an accurate price out off the top of your head without knowing a few details first. So there's some questions we have to ask right up front. Now, the first one is typically quantity. How many do you need? But since our customer already asked for 45, we know it. So the second question, since our customer mentioned an event, is what date do you need these by? The event is in July, just about 3 weeks away. Now, this is important because if we can't print the t-shirts in time, it really doesn't matter how much they cost. It's gonna be too late. Now, 3 weeks here is plenty of time. You could often stand out against the competition with quick turn times. Many national print shops, and likely even a few in your local area, are going to be around a 2-week standard turn time. With heat transfers and a heat press, you could usually take that 2 weeks and turn it into 3 to 5 business days standard. So the next question is about artwork. Do you have any artwork? No, but I have an idea for something kind of retro, or like throwback, kind of groovy, right? I think the print could be just white on that maroon shirt. While having a customer supply artwork is awesome, what we're really looking for is how many colors are there in the design. We're gonna need this information to know what print method or heat transfer we should be using and get accurate pricing. Now, if a customer doesn't have artwork, no worries. We could design something for them, included in the price of the t-shirts, which is a great way to stand out against your competition and get more sales. But of course, you could also charge accordingly for it. $40 to $50 per hour is typically the going rate for graphic design. Now, since this is a first-time customer for us and a close imaginary friend, we're gonna throw the design here in the order for free. Now, the next step in figuring out our cost is asking where your customer wants the graphics printed. Typically, a center chest or a left chest placement is the most popular, but it's really up to what your customer wants. So, what are you thinking for the print locations on the shirt? So I want like a small graphic on the front, or like a big graphic on the back, specific to the event. You know what else would be also really cool? Is if we were able to put like 2024 champion on like 3 of them for the 3 different tournaments that'll be going on. So now we know that we're working with 2 prints and possibly a few sleeve prints. Now, with low quantities of that little customization on the sleeve, we know we have a great profit opportunity with utilizing our heat transfers. Now, next up, with art and placement taken care of, let's get some of the actual t-shirt specs. So, do you have a specific t-shirt in mind that you want these printed on? Nah, not necessarily, but I want them to be maroon and kind of a decent shirt, you know, like something somebody would actually want to wear. And this is a pretty typical response right here. It's quite rare that someone has a specific blank in mind. Wholesale blank t-shirt brands are, for the most part, unknown to many regular people, and that is okay. In terms of t-shirts, they'll typically only know the retail brands that you could find at big box stores. Maybe Gildan, Hanes, Fruit of the Loom, and maybe Comfort Colors. Now, you could utilize some apparel decorating knowledge here to point your customer in the right direction for what they're looking for. We've actually got a whole bunch of videos comparing different blank apparel styles here on our YouTube channel. We'll link those down in the description below to check out. Now, in a case where a customer doesn't have a preference at all, we could typically quote 2 or 3 different options. Say a good, better, and best formula to find the best t-shirt for their price range. Now, if they know the exact blank that they want, that's great. I want a next level 3600 t-shirt. Then it makes it even easier for us and eliminates any of those steps quoting multiple options. Now, knowing the color of the t-shirts here is important too, as some styles are made in more colorways, while some t-shirts could be fairly limited to those basic colors. So we're gonna wanna ensure the sizes that they need are available too. So the next question is, do you know what sizes you need? No, not really. Since we're gonna be selling them at the event and giving them away as prizes, I think we're gonna need kind of like a range of all of them. Now, this is a pretty typical answer too for general runs of bulk t-shirts for events or promotion. And we've got a fairly decent formula based on years of sales data, and we call this the 1-2-3-2-1 rule. So for every 1 small shirt, we're gonna order 2 mediums, 3 larges, 2 extra larges, and 1 2XL. Now, this is a basic breakdown that meets the demand for the most part, but you may need to edit this for your specific audience or geographic location. Now, some customers may be printing for a specific group, club, or team and have the exact sizing breakdown that you need to order, and that's fantastic. That exact sizing breakdown is going to help you get an accurate cost. Now, the last question that I like to ask is the customer's budget, which you may or may not get a clear answer. Do you have a budget for this project? I'm not too sure, but I know we've had success in previous years selling them for about 20 bucks. So I would really like to make a little bit of money on them and not just break even. Now, perfect. This answer gets us a ballpark we have to stay in. Some customers will have exact figures and others may be much more open or really have no idea what a t-shirt costs printed. But priced too high, we might lose the order. So with these details, we are off and running, ready to quote out our job. First, let's run our numbers for our blank apparel options, and I think I have the perfect t-shirt in mind, the Port & Company PC450. Now, this fan favorite t-shirt is also a Dave favorite, and it's available in a wide array of different colors, in small through 6X. It's always well stocked and is a premium ring spun cotton that is an absolute value at $3.78 each, or $175.40 total. For a more premium t-shirt option, let's also include the next level 3600 here too, giving our customer a choice in affordable quality. Now, the next level 3600 is just a little bit more fitted, but not super tight or anything weird like that. It is one of my favorite tees, but it's just a little bit more expensive. Now, these 3600s compare at $5.11 each, or $239.40 total. Now, keep in mind, sizes 2XL and up are typically priced a little bit higher. So that's why it's really handy to have those accurate sizing breakdowns at your disposal. Now, account for that along with shipping and any taxes, which you could totally avoid by getting a tax ID for sales tax exemption for your business if you haven't already. Next up, with our apparel cost figured out, let's get our print cost. Since it's going to be a single color print here in high quantity, we'll most likely have the most cost-effective option with our screen printed transfers. According to the What to Use When heat transfer chart, and we're going to link this PDF in the description for you, it's super helpful. Screen printed transfers here are going to give us that real deal screen print feel and look on the garment. They're the durable and soft prints that screen printing is known for, but all without the mess of inks, emulsions, screens, squeegees, and of course, cleanup. For quick pricing, we could actually use the simple pricing calculators at transferexpress.com. Now you could find these right here in the top navigation or over in the Help Center under Transfer Pricing. Now, quoting the cost here is actually really quick and easy, and you could do it from anywhere. With screen print selected, we'll use the goof-proof transfer type in a standard sheet size. We're going to set our quantity to 45 and set our colors to just 1. Now here we're going to use the Easy Prints artwork source because we're going to use the online designer to design our t-shirt prints, but more on that here in a minute. So at 45 quantity, our price is $2.95 per sheet, which is a full 11¼ inch by 14 inch gang sheet that has more than enough space to fit our full back graphic and our front left chest graphic and probably more. So let's just note that right here, $2.95 per shirt in print cost with tax and shipping, of course, added on too. That's gonna put us up to about $157 total for all of our printing. So let's go ahead and combine our costs for the quote. $157 for that all-inclusive print cost, coupled with the garment costs. For the PC 450 fan favorite tees, we're looking at $175.40 for a combined cost of goods at $332.40. Or let's just divide that by 45 quantity for $7.38 of cost each t-shirt. The more premium next level tees, of course, are going to come in at $239.40. Added to that $157 print cost, our total here for the next level 3600 will be $369.40 or $8.81 each. All right, we've got good cost, but what are we going to charge our customer? Well, we absolutely could run a full cost and overhead analysis, which I totally recommend for all small businesses. So you would factor in how much do you want to pay yourself per hour, how long the job's going to take, factor in the usage of utilities, software, or equipment. But to simplify it here, doubling the cost makes for easy math, especially when you're just getting started. So $14.70 for the Port & Company tees, or $17.60 for the next level tees at our wholesale price to our customer. So essentially, we're making $7 plus at least on every t-shirt we're printing, which is great. Now let's just check real quick, because that might seem too good to be true, to ensure our pricing is in line with the rest of the industry, which priced out at one of the top of Google t-shirt print shops, just our Port & Company tees in an apples to apples exact quote puts us right in line, even just slightly undercutting the price. And we're even supplying the design too for our customer. Again, more on that in just a minute. Now, of course, you could adjust your markup as needed, but be careful. Cutting your profits can be a very slippery slope. You always want to ensure that you are making money, not losing it. So we've got some healthy profit here, so if we absolutely needed to budge to fit in our customer's budget, we likely could here. Now, with our customers selling them for 20 bucks, they'll still be making over $5 per shirt sold. So let's package up this quote here in a PDF. Now you could pick up templates online for free, buy one or make one yourself. Here, we just have a simple template we put together, completed and all ready to send to our customer. Now, the best case scenario, an immediate reply. Let's go with option 1, invoice paid. Awesome. Fantastic. We'll get the rest of the full details for the event to include in the design, and away we go. And now it's time to get to work. So let's head over to EasyView Online Designer at transferexpress.com to design t-shirts like a pro. Now, even if you can't draw a stick figure, with its user-friendly interface, EasyView is designed to be intuitive, simple, and accessible to anyone, all without any subscriptions. And being cloud-based, you can access it on almost any device. No MacBooks or powerful computers needed. All you need is an internet connection and a free account at transferexpress.com. Loaded with over 10,000 pieces of customizable clip art and layouts, you could typically create what you need in just a few clicks. Or, like we're doing right here, we're building our design from a selection of over 250 fonts in the catalog of artwork here. Now, of course, there's some powerful tools that aren't typical in any online designers that are included here as well. You'll notice too that everything updates in real time, from shirt colors to ink colors that you're printing to text and even effects or patterns, giving you a live proof to see how your t-shirts are going to look before you order them, so you could have confidence in your prints. Now, with the ability to see our sheet size here, we even could group all of our artwork together all on one page. And you're gonna notice here at the bottom, EasyView is much more than just a designer. We actually have pricing configured here too, along with the selections to a wide variety of different transfer types. From DTF transfers to reflective or glow in the dark, they're here. And we can easily just click over to compare our pricing. Now, with our quantity here set at 45, and we have our goof-proof screen printed transfers selected, we have live pricing and turnaround times right here in the bottom right. And this exactly matches what we saw in that pricing calculator, so nice. Also, we see a little notification here down at the bottom pop up that says, save 18 bucks and just order 3 more transfers? Well, yes, please save me money. And with one click, that's $18 more in profit in our pocket, or savings that we could pass along to the customer. Having extra transfers on hand never hurts. Now, it's great in case of any misprints or when the customer needs just a couple more shirts after you've already delivered the bulk order of tees. And you can even upload your own artwork and mock up your designs right here in EasyView Online Designer too, with an entire catalog of blank apparel styles and colors that you could search for. And look, our Port & Company PC 450 t-shirt is right in here too. Now, mocking your apparel up before production is an absolute must for custom orders, even if your customer supplies the artwork. Now, here we are doing this for several reasons. Now, the first being that apparel decorating is built on ensuring your customers trust you. They give you money to bring ideas to life, so showing an accurate representation of the finished t-shirt not only helps close those sales and ease any purchase anxiety, but it also covers you for any disputes should they arise after printing. Ask for written, emailed approval with the proof, confirming you are not responsible for any typos or changes in the artwork after approval. Now here, we'll save this project in EasyView in the top left of our screen right here, so it's ready to order when our customer gives us the green light. So now we're gonna send off our artwork proof. As you can see, EasyView made some pretty light work to both put the designs together, complete with extra logos all right here on our gang sheet, and even the sleeve prints that they wanted for those champions too. Now, we get a prompt response. Hey, this looks great, but I think it's missing a little something else or a little pizzazz. Also, could we just bump up that date and make it a little bit more impactful? Our customer loves it, but wants a few details added for a little added something. And a bolder font right at the bottom, but no problem. A quick edit of our project, which we could just pull up in the EasyView Online Designer in our saved catalog. Now, with a couple clicks and some added stars from the clip art library for that something extra, along with a new mockup to download and send back off to our customer, bing, we got our approval. Now, it's time to order our apparel and check out with our transfers. Once everything arrives, it's time to print. We've got our stack of t-shirts right here and our transfers. Now these goof-proof screen printed transfers apply in as low as 4 seconds, making quick work of this 45-piece job. Now here on our Hotronix Auto Open Clam Heat Press, we have the ability to easily load and unload garments, as well as a convenient auto open feature that helps us print both these front prints and back prints with ease and efficiency. And that's it. It truly is that easy. Now we're gonna check out our quality here real quick. Look at that screen printed look and feel that our goof-proof screen printed transfers give us. We can admire our work here for a second and then box up the order. But before we tape it shut to deliver to our happy customer, check it out. With that extra space on our gang sheet, we had some extra transfers to print some koozies that we could delight our customer by just tossing in a few freebies here in the box. Koozies are a great option to use, or if you're working with any corporate customers or businesses and have some spare hats, it could lead to add-on sales down the road. I always love putting in these little extras to really wow my customers. Now before we wrap up, I do want to mention, keep up with invoices and payments as you process each order. Log your transactions. Your future self is really gonna thank you come tax time. Now, of course, with this example here in the video, we made $350 off this job with that bonus $18 that we saved by hitting that quantity break on the transfers. So, what do you think? Easier than you thought? A little bit more clarity on the process for printing custom apparel? Does your business do things a little differently? Well, let us know down in the comment section below. We love to keep the conversation going with creatives, entrepreneurs, and small business owners just like you. And as always, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe right here to the Transfer Express YouTube page for all of the t-shirt business tips, tricks, inspiration, and education that we're dropping every single week. But until next time, I'm Dave. Happy pressing. Hey, no, not there. No, you know, I'm not too sure.